Hello, hello, everyone. Whew, Lord have mercy. It's been a day, hasn't it? I hope you all enjoyed the Super Bowl. Your host, Fabulous Annie, host of the Fabulous Annie Show. And we have a jam-packed show today. I'm telling you, like, I have been doing so many, lots of research and um, lots of stuff. I'm telling you. Okay, come on in, people. Get your drinks on. Get everything ready. We're not talking about housewives. We might add a little bit housewives in here tonight, because the housewives had a little break. I don't know, my voice is not. Can everybody hear me? I'm wondering if everybody's hearing me. Okay. Can everybody hear me? Okay. Because I'm using my mic. I'm trying to use this mic, and I hope everybody can hear me. Well, tell me if you can hear me. Yeah, I use the mic, and I bought the mic for a reason, so that So okay, good, good, good. Let me know if you can hear me very well. So okay, the Super Bowl Sunday has officially ended, but the opinions are just starting. Let's talk about it, the Super Bowl Sunday, and so and we're going to be talking, breaking down a lot of stuff today. There's a lot. We have so many mishaps and oops and wows about the game. We also have what are we also going to be talking about? Lots of things. We gather in here. I'm telling you, get your drink on. I'm telling you, cheers to a wonderful, I would say a wonderful Super Bowl I was rooting for my my Patriots. That's my voice is probably gone. I was with my Patriots. I was like so hopeful that they were going to win. I hope nobody hasn't watched the Super Bowl, so I'm not doing any spoiler alert. So the end of the day, the Seattle see on the Super Bowl, but the Patriots tried. I'm telling you, they have like a young quarterback, and I kept on like, oh my goodness, this guy is like too young. He really tried, and it felt like if he, coming into the game, everybody looked at them as the underdog. If you hear the news, they were like, oh, they cast them out. They were saying that the Seattle Seahawks were going to win anyway. So it's kind of deep to see that you're coming to the game already thinking that people are already thinking that you're going to lose. So you need a lot of motivation, a lot of how I put it, like confidence in order to come into the game and win it. So I felt bad for them coming in, and I was rooting for them because I felt like you never give up until the tail end of anything. You never give up. My motto anyway. So that's something that I call it. That's something that I was hoping that they will come back. They'll make it come back. And then at one point in the game, they came back from the second half, because if you look at me talking football, like I was interested in football until Taylor Swift came into the game. Now I am like debating seriously with my husband about the football game. I'm telling you, like at one point was one my husband said, oh, it was a touchdown. I was like, that is not a touchdown. His leg did not fall on the ground. And then at the end, the referee ruled that it wasn't really. But it was very interesting. It was a very interesting game. I watched everything, was taking down notes and gathering information, exciting information for us to talk about. So the game was exciting. It was exciting. The beginning of the game was like they introduced a lot of Tom Brady was one of them. Elian Mani, I think, was one of them, and then so many other people again. And then to begin the game, I would say, what's his name? Chris Pratt. Chris Pratt. Isn't it from the Avengers? Chris Pratt. I don't know. He's from the Avengers or the which. The Guardian of the Galaxy. The one playing the music and stuff. Yeah, he introduced the Seattle Seahawks. He did an excellent job, as a host introducing them. I'm telling you. And then Joe Bon introduced the Patriots and everything, and he seemed like he was. And I was like, well, you didn't hype them up like that, but it was exciting seeing them come in. They were like running in, and I was like, oh my goodness, they look how I say excited, you know, that they're going to win, and I was excited for them, you know. I was like, oh my goodness, they look excited and everything. So it was exciting, you know, seeing them come with so much pizzazz. So you know, for an underdog team, they came out rushing with confidence, with excitement, and I was like going for them. I was like, yes, they're gonna win and win and win. So the national anthem, I think they did like American the Beautiful, you know, with the instruments and everything, and it was really nice. The whole introduction, the whole ceremony, and plane like flew over, and then also there was also another plane that flew in the back, and I was wondering if that was a mistake or not, you know. So, but it was nice. The whole American anthem, the American the Beautiful, I love it and everything. And then I was at one point I was asked, I was like, wait, do the planes know when to fly? Cheers, guys, cheers. Happy Sunday, everyone. Happy Super Sunday. Sunday, yeah. Mm. So it was exciting. Like I was like in the game for real. Like I had my nachos and my nachos sauce. What is the nacho sauce called again? I think it's Rotel. It's called Rotel and everything. So we made that. We sat down to watch the game, you know, because I was excited. I was really rooting for the what they call Patriots. I don't know. Since Cardi B's guy is part of the Patriots, I decided to. I didn't even know that Tom Brady was part of the Patriots, you know. And then, on a side note, Tom Brady is going back to the Patriot ass. Anybody have an idea of how going back to the Patriot ass? Well, it was sneaked out, okay, that he is going to be a co-owner of the Patriots. So he's coming back to help them win more Super Bowls. So that's something, if you miss it, where you heard it first, yeah. You heard it here first from your girl Fabulous Annie, the host of the Fabulous Annie Show. So that's what was leaked out, you know. So I'm excited about that. Practice more with the new quarterback. They said he's a two-time quarterback, but to me, it looks like if he's young, you know. And it seemed like sometimes whether the boy needs glasses because he kept on throwing the ball to people who were in there, or sometimes he throws the ball to people who were already gathered and surrounded by people already. And I was like, boy, what is going on with you? What's happening? And then it seemed like the coach kept on encouraging him that you are good, go out there and show them who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I liked it. I was like, wow, that is exciting for a coach to believe in you so much. And throughout the whole game, they kept on talking about, you know, if you believe in yourself, you know, you can do wonders. You know, impossibilities become possible. I was like, come on, boy, do it. But you know one thing about it, the Seattle Seahawks defense team, oh, Jesus Christ. They were like Goliaths. You know what I'm saying? They were like Goliaths. Like, they knew how to pass by the people who were defending the quarterback, and every time, like, they sacked him like 7 times. Like, he had no chance. He was sometimes begging for his life. They had some giants, I'm telling you. They had the Owosu, you know, whatever. You know, the guy is Nigerian, you know, yeah. I mean, they had like are you hearing me? Goliaths were there, like that. They would go in and just pull him down, and then they're like all excited and everything. And I was like, what is going on with his team? Nobody is defending this guy. This guy is fighting for his own life. And then at one point, I felt like, because they kept on, like, then the Seattle Seahawks kept on, you know, before the halftime, I think they had scored like 2 touchdowns, I think. I think they were already at like 12, you know. You know, the Patriots said they wanted, Seattle Seahawks said they wanted tail. So, but the coin was head. But everybody, I was excited. I was like, oh my goodness, they're going to win the Patriots and everything. You know what I'm saying? So, before, I mean, they tried. It was like 12-0 at the first half of the game. The defense of the Seattle Seahawks was no joke. Was nothing to. I mean, they were like giants. Are you understanding? They went and recruited people. All the serious Africans, You know what I'm saying? The serious Africans, they recruited all of them on their team. They were humongous, like giants, like they will put you down. You were not going anywhere. I'm telling you, it was ridiculous. It was something else for real. So as they were playing, then we went to halftime. They had like we went to half before the halftime. Before I talk about the halftime, we had a lot of commercials. I mean, it was fantastic. They had a lot of commercials, going on. They had like commercials, about the minions or whatever they call them. That was exciting because like they were running from some. That was the most exciting commercial for me anyway. That was not the only one. Let me put another one again. There was another Queen Martin McConaughey. And then Matthew McConaughey was talking about like every time football. And then the guy was like, he was doing, he was in the commercial with Bradley Cooper. And then Bradley Cooper was like, don't tell me that football encourages people to eat. He said, I won't accept that. So then he said, he quoted a line from The Housewives. So like, okay, let us settle this beef. So then Matthew McConaughey came and said, this beef. And then Matthew McConaughey said, well, beef is food and squash is also food. I was like, I fell out laughing. It was very funny, So they had a lot of commercials, like interesting commercials, as they were going along. And they also had like movies promotions that were coming up. They had like this scary that is really scary. So all was going on, real awesome commercials. And then we went to halftime. So the halftime was performed by Bad Bunny. And Bad Bunny, he spoke only Spanish language. Like I did not understand what he was speaking. The music was fantastic. Some people were talking about it. Are you bored? That's what the internet was talking about. Are you bored that it was a waste of the halftime? Oh my goodness, nobody understood what he was talking about. Like I love the music. I saw Cardi B in the music. Like he had like a lot of famous Latinos, stars in the whole musical, and he had them dancing and everything. Lady Gaga was there too, and I was wondering in my head, I was like, is Lady Gaga? What? So it was like, I think it seemed like if I'm paused or whatever, but it was interesting, to see the. I feel like I'm paused or whatever. I feel like I'm paused. Is this thing working? And I'm not paused. I'm still talking because it looks like if I'm paused or something like that. But and then also he had also Ricky Martin. Ricky Martin was there too, and Ricky Martin sang song too. The music was awesome. The dance was awesome. He had like a bunch of. We didn't realize that the leaves, because I was wondering because it was like a setting in a field, and I was wondering why he had it like it was like a rice plantation or rice field, and then people were walking in the field, But what we realized that the actual field was made out of. I believe that. I mean, I don't. Grass touch your skin, it hurts. Like it can pin and everything. And not only that one, it itches too. So I was wondering, like, was real grass they used or was like fake grass? Because the people were all wearing the grass. It was interesting. How like all these people happy and they were all dancing and they were all like, celebrating their culture. And then at the end of the whole thing, he gave like a Grammy to a child, who was watching television, So where I felt like that was kind of like a significance of him, that's what I felt like, Instead it was fun, it was, watching it and everything. And then it got kind of like emotional, because I was like, wow. I was like, wow, these people, because he said, we together, we are Americans. That's what he was saying, And he spoke that's what he was, because he kept on holding this football. That was what the football said. Even the football said it, like, together we're Americans and everything. So I was like, wow, like these people all, so excited about, and Puerto Rico is part of America, you know what I'm saying? So I was like this, at the end they said that he had a message for President Donald Trump, allegedly. I don't know, I didn't understand the language, but it was said on the internet that President Trump allegedly found the whole thing disgusting. I my goodness. So you were watching, so he was watching, it looks like it. But apart from that, the halftime show, it was amazing to me. I liked it. I liked the music. I didn't understand what he was saying, but I loved the music. He was jumping from one place to another. He was very flexible, very acrobatic. They had a lot of dancers, had a lot of talking about a lot of their traditions and heritage and things like that. It seemed like he was trying to give us a picture of how hardworking they are, how exciting they are, and then also he was trying to tell us also that Latinos are not only like like the white, they also have black Latinos too. They have like multicultural people or multi this and that. It was kind of interesting, watching all of that. And then next, the Super Bowl continued. But before that, I'll tell you about stars that that grace us with their when I say grace us with their presence. And an exciting one was Jay-Z. Jay-Z came in with his daughters, not one. I felt like there was another child, but I was like, it can't be his son because the child. I was like, it cannot be their son. I don't know, but he came in with Blue Ivy. Blue Ivy, wow, she is tall too, gorgeous, looks like her mom. Her hair was completely. One of the twins was there too, and Blue Ivy has this culture. Every time she comes to Super Bowl, what they call it, she does this jump that she does, and I'll show you the jump. This is the jump that she does all the time. Let me move it backward and see if people can see it, or I'll move it closer. Okay, that's jump. Yeah, it's legendary jump. She's been doing it for a long, long, long time, and it was exciting to see her and her sister. Yeah, she's been doing it for a long time. I'll put it like this. You see how she's been jumping for a very, very long time. Yeah, since 2020, she's been jumping from a little girl. So it was exciting to see her and then teaching her baby sister how to jump too. Also, at the Super Bowl, we also had Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce was there at the Super Bowl, and it seemed like Travis Kelce was a bit irritated by the guy that the guy that is he because every time he moves, the guy moves, and I was like, is that not the guy's job? Like, he seemed like he was irritated by the guy. Maybe told him that he should bring the guy with him or something like that. So he was like, give me space, like, look, and he seemed like he was irritated by the guy, so. It was interesting, to see that. And then I was wondering in my mind, I was like, I have seen him at two events. Like, he was also at the Super Bowl party, and Taylor Swift wasn't there. And I'm like, what's up? What's up, Taylor? What's going on? Where you at? He was alone. And then who else was at the Super Bowl? Tom Brady, I already told you, was there. He was there at the Super Bowl. And then we also had Cardi B at the Super Bowl. We had Kylie Jenner. Kylie Jenner, she believes so much in the Patriots, and the Patriots head owner was telling her thank you for winning the Super Bowl. Anyway, and then this is Stephon Diggs. See him walking into the Super Bowl. Yeah, that's Stephon Diggs. They're walking into the Super Bowl there. And so he seemed very focused and everything. And then who else was at the Super Bowl? Let me see more people. They actually did not really focus on showing them. I already told you Lady Gaga was there at the Super Bowl. Yeah, they didn't actually show a lot of the people. Ricky Martin was there at the Super Bowl. Who else again? I already mentioned Cardi B was there at the Super Bowl. And it was an amazing show. I'm trying to find out because I took a bunch of pictures and a bunch of notes. His name Travis Scott. I think his name is Travis Scott. That's the Kylie's baby daddy or whatever. Yeah, he was at the. Something that was very interesting at the Super Bowl was they had a fan that ran out to the Super Bowl. And initially they didn't show us who the person was, and created a video of himself running across the stage, and people are shouting, "Snoop, don't go, Snoop!" And and at first I thought, wow, that guy looks like Snoop, but I thought he's actually the actual person who ran across the stage, but no, it wasn't. It was Snoop that just created someone, um, running across the stage. Also, they had what's his name, Prime. Coach Prime was there too, and also what's this guy's name? Ocho Cinco, whatever. Coach Ocho Cinco was there. I don't that one. No, Ocho Cinco was there. Was at the. He was there because he posted a clip saying that always a good time at the Super Bowl because he gets to meet his family. So he was there, and it seemed like Coach Prime was trying to tackle him, and Coach Prime still has it, so for real. He went down like a real footballer, trying to tackle Ocho Cinco. I know Coach Cinco couldn't get him, and then somebody was coming. Another guy came from the other side for him to hug him and everything. That was kind of funny to me. Excited. This is Travis Kelce. This is Travis Kelce. I don't know if people can see this picture well. Travis Kelce. Oh, the light is really on it. But that's Travis Kelce there, trying to what do you call it? This is the fan that ran across across the field. He had his shirt off, and he was running, and then one of the Patriots that couldn't tackle the football that he was doing in real life went and tackled the guy down. I was like, misplaced strength. Defense team of the football that you are doing, you're busy trying to tackle a fan, But before that, I told you of Snoop doing it. Snoop created a video where he was running onto the field. I don't know why this is not showing very well. He went onto the field. You see Snoop trying to run off the field. It was hilarious. That was hilarious. I was like, oh my goodness. Yeah. Well, I already told you Chris Pratt was there. John Bon Jovi was there also. I mean, there were a lot of people. They didn't really focus on the celebrity a lot because I feel like, to me, the game was really kind of a little bit sad because like it seemed like the commentators were really going for the Patriots, but the Seattle Seahawks ended up winning, but they were kind of a little bit not really focusing on the celebrities. They were focusing more on the field because they were really rooting for them to come back, and then they were like, oh, finally, they were like, okay, well, he can't catch anything. Oh, what is he doing? What is he doing? It was kind of hilarious, because they had so much faith in the guy, being neutral, supposed to be unbiased, or what is going on here, but it was funny. But that was an exciting, what do you call it, exciting, some of the excitements that happened, and then there were a lot of who came, relationship, they were showing people their relationship, because I have been hearing before then about Kim Kardashian and this guy. He is a car racer. Yeah, he's a car racer. Like they had, I think 2 days ago or so, she had flown to meet the guy, I think in Paris or something like that, and then they came separately outside the door to people from coming inside the hotel room, and they stayed there like whatever, and they went official. So let me show you them. They're really happy with each other. This is Kim Kardashian and the guy. Oh my goodness, this is not guy. I think he's the most recent car. Okay, let me see if you can see it from here. If you can see it from here, I can expand it. Yeah, you can see it. It's this light. I need to get my equipment together. Yeah, she is dating the racing guy. Yeah, so it's been going really interesting. But guess what? The internet went and did. The internet went and dug. He has dated Rihanna. He has dated Nicki Minaj. He has. The internet knows how to collect all your baggage and arrange it for you. That's not the only person that he has dated. He has also dated her sister, Kendall Jenner. Oh my goodness. I was like, what are the sickly men in the family? Yeah, it was like, this is his picture. I don't know if you can see it. Let me try and see. If you can see his picture, he's a car racer. Yeah, he's a car. Yeah, he's a car racer. Yeah, he's a car racer. And oh my goodness, they said that she flew her private jet to see the guy, and then the guy came and to. Wow, I hope what's his name? I hope Kanye West does not wake up from the grave to come and chase this one away. You know what I'm saying? So that was the couple a lot. You know, you already know that Cardi B is dating Stefan Diggs, and she also has a baby by him too. Yeah, and then who else again? Coco Jones. You know, she sang the national anthem, and she paid homage to Whitney Houston by wearing something similar to what Whitney Houston wore. Let's see if you can see her. Okay, cool. You guys can see her. Yeah, so it's kind of like almost like a similar it's so they say she paid homage to Whitney Houston. Yeah, so that was exciting. And then this is when the Carters were coming in, you know, Jay-Z and his daughter, you know, his daughters. I don't know if that other child, I think the boy's name is Sean, I think. But look at them practicing the jump. And he was taking a picture. It was their dad, Jay-Z, that was taking a picture. Can you believe that? Yeah. So in order, this is the picture of Kim and the guy. I'm still trying to get so people see this guy. Oh my goodness. It doesn't. We can see the guy. I'm trying to get it. Oh, I have to get my equipment together. This is the, oh yeah, finally you can see the guy. That's the guy. That's the guy. Yes, that's the guy. They say he has a lot of money, so we'll see. That is exciting. We will see what's gonna happen. And then this is what Bad Bunny posted. Americans. That's what Bad Bunny said. You see that? He said, "Together we are Americans." Okay, you see that? Good. You see that? That's it. Okay, cool. So those were the highlights at the end of the game. The Seahawk won the game, you know, by I think it's 24 to about 7, I think, something like that. Number like that. And then this I love them. I love them. I keep on showing them. I love them. This is Kim and her new love. I'm like, oh, that is so exciting. That is so exciting. Yeah, I love them. And then this is you know, Bad Bunny holding the ball, and then Cardi B was there. Is it? And Cardi B and other stars were all there too. Yeah. So it was exciting and watching the what they call it, the Super Bowl. You know, the most anticipated game of the whole year. You know, finally, you know, and then I would say something also. It was kind of sad, you know, when Bad Bunny ended his what they call it, when he ended his halftime show by saying that together we are Americans. You know what I'm saying? And I felt sad because I was like, oh my goodness, why are these people being haunted? You know, when it almost feels like to me they're being haunted, and they're Americans too. Give up trying to send my people, you know, back when they are Americans and stuff like that. You know, something like that. But so this was all. It was all about the Super Bowl and everything. It was a very nice show. There was even a significant in terms of the poles, and people were hanging in electric poles, and I was wondering what the significance of that was. You know, I really didn't understand it because I didn't understand the language, so I don't understand it what it was all about. But it was interesting. He had a lot of people, and then they said he's not going to get paid for doing the Super Bowl. And I was like, I don't really think that any one of them are ever advertisement for them, because I remember when who did it? Rihanna did it. They said she wasn't getting paid to do it. Also, I think when what they call it, Jennifer Lopez and Shakira, when they did it, I don't think they got paid. So I don't think people, because the internet is talking about, oh, it was horrible, and God is not getting paid. So I was like, I don't think they ever get paid, you know, to do this. So another thing again, that in terms of the housewives, I wanted to say in terms of the housewife, when was it? You know, Dr. Jackie went on Watch What Happened Live. Word was shown that Simone unfollowed her. You know what I'm saying? I was like, geez, are they in kindergarten? These are both grown women. They are trying to, they unfollow each other now. Like, Simone, come on, Simone, what's up? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? Because everybody was asking whether is Dr. Jackie really Simone's best friend or good friend. You know what I'm saying? That Dr. Jackie never really picks a side. You know what I'm saying? So Dr. Jackie was explaining on what would happen live that when she picks a side between the two of them, they end up going back as friends again. And then she had the outsworn outside, so that's why she decided she's not picking a side anymore. You know, that to make things, you know. So then, during the Super Bowl, you know, the internet showed again that Dr. Simone did follow Jackie again. I was like, so these days we squash beef by unfollowing each other, then following them too. Like, this is something I expect from how I put it, high schoolers or middle schoolers, not doctors and then grandmas too, that potential grandmas. We settle beef these days, you know. And then also, what else was going also I heard also in terms of the housewives, Beverly Hills housewife, I heard that Amanda quit the show in the middle of the show, and I was like, what's up with that? You know, why did she do that? She said because it was very hard in her life and whatever. And I'm like, I just watched the first episode and I saw how she was really coming that what's her name? She was talking about how Dorit was really aggressive towards her. And I'm like, people need to be watching their languages for real. Look, aggressive. How was she aggressive towards you? She did not know, first of all, that your child had remembrance that day. You didn't tell anybody. And then finally, when she found out, she paused and then she asked you if you wanted to continue the conversation. You should have simply told her yes or no. You know what I'm saying? But it was just watching that. And then also, I'm telling you, the word on the curb is also saying that her name is Zoe. That Zoe is potentially going to be, is potentially kind of replacing Carl as the queen of the bed. Really? I don't know about that, but I love when she goes shopping. Like, I want to go shopping with her. That lady spends 10,000 like a drop. Like, I'm like, yeah, we need to go to Vegas together. You know what I'm saying? Like, she shops. I love her. She like comes in there. The guy's like, oh, this is $4,000. She's putting it on, and she's like, yeah, where are we going with this? Or what are we doing? I'm like, I like her for real. I love her for real. I love her. Like, I'm a huge fan of her. And also, what happened on Beverly Hills Housewives that I watched also. You know, what's her name? What's the girl's boss? Whatever her name, boss, or whatever her name is. You know, I think she's from Ghana. She said that okay, she knows they've been trying to do this artificial. They've been doing what do they call it? How do I put IVF? They've been doing IVF treatments, and then they were able to extract like 2 eggs from her after a lot of a process that she was going through, and then at the end the 2 eggs did not implant. That's what happened. So even though it was fertilized, it did not implant. So the process. So but I was looking at how I was like, this is the same, you know, with King, you know, on Married to Medicine, and then in the end today we found out that Kwa and King are kaput. You know, I was like, girl, I'm trying to have a baby by a man that doesn't live with you. You are not married to him. You are not even, I don't even know whether they're even engaged. They say that they're engaged. I'm like, really, girl? He doesn't, there is no, you know, like yummy attraction between them. To me, that might be another paid person for her to have a storyline. I'm like, when she came in with a lot of pizzazz, you know, a lot of fashion. This day, fashion is kind of a little bit questionable these days because sometimes she'll be wearing things, and I'm like, girl, I used to put who made. What happened to all the vavu that you came in with first when you first started? You know, then you are. It seemed like Dorit, you know, lost her husband. You know, Dorit, you know, got separated from her husband. Her money went down, so she started wearing cheap clothes, and then Balls, whatever her name, like followed Dorit behind and started wearing. What happened to all the vavu? I don't see them anymore. I'm like, Lord, what is going on here? Also on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, we find out that Erika Jayne has a new love, you know, and I think he's like, I don't even know whether he's a security guy or something he is. I can't remember. I'll tell you people next time I talk to people about it. But she seemed like she's crazy in love with him and everything. And that's exciting, you know. And what else again? What else again happened that I was thinking about? Oh my goodness. I don't know. I was just thinking about she was watching Kathy Hilton. She has so many staff in it. She has like a house manager, she has a maid, she has a butler. I was like, girl, you go, girl, like for real. She is like living the life for real. She is, you know, I met her during BravoCon. She is fantastic. She liked me anyway. She came up calling me a dingling, no, a dangling, no, a ding, something she was called a dangler. I was like, what does that mean? You know? She came. I was just excited that she wanted me in her company anyway. She was funny. She's gorgeous too. She looks exactly the way she looks on television, you know, and everything. And then what else again was I going to talk about too? Oh, and then I thought there is a lady. This is not housewife related. What else happened again? Simone. You know what happened to Simone? Oh, let me Simone. Dr. Simone, Married to Medicine. You know how Dr. Simone on the Married to Medicine show, you know, makes us believe that she is. You know what I'm saying? Well, guess what? A fan was trying to side Dr. Simone, you know, because like not Dr. Cesar, you know, Simone's husband, posted something that he something on the internet, you know, talking about, I can't remember precisely now what he was talking about, but something that had to do with a lot of money. And then the fan was not telling him that he needed Simone for her money. And then Simone came and attacked, saying that, well, Simone has two jobs that he brings to the. So we were like, yo, you are just using this storyline for storyline. From the story, you make us believe like if you are the breadwinner of your family, you're the only one that is working, everybody's mooching off. When they find trying to take off for you, you are not trying to tell us that no, he has two jobs and that he brings in two income into the household, that he has a retirement package already, that is a lot of coins. Well, you should tell us that on the television instead of always making if you're the only one that he is using your money because you said that he went and collected 1,000 from the account, joint account, 12 people. Then people are assuming that you're the only one that he is not working. He's just a stay-at-home man that is using his wife. You know, and that's how I think she apologized to the fan because that is the image that she's giving us on the show. So if you want us not to have such image, you need to correct the image. Instead of you making us pity you on the show that Cesar is using you for your income, and then when we try to support you, you're not attacking us. You know what I'm saying? That was something that happened. You know, so then I was just wondering, you know, like I've been talking about, what did you think about the Super Bowl? Did you like it? Do you want Bad Bunny to host another Super Bowl? Do you think that no, he shouldn't host another Super Bowl? What do you guys think? Do you think that he should host another Super Bowl, or it was boring? Because some people were saying it was boring. Some people were like, oh my goodness, waste of my time. So many things. Like, what is people's opinion? Do you people like this? Did you people like the Super Bowl? Like I asked, you know, the halftime show. Did you like it? Or you know, what do you think? And then also, who do you think should you guys think should host the next Super Bowl? What do you guys think? I'm just wondering. So I wanted to hear what people have to say. You know? Oh my goodness. So, say for me, who I would like to host the next Super Bowl. The only person I can think of right now is Cardi B. Cardi B! I am a fan of Cardi. I'm telling you, I love Cardi B. Oh, somebody said to do with the Super Bowl. Oh, they said Cardi B. Yeah, because I am going to Cardi B in March. I think March 17th they're having Kansas City. I'll be at Cardi B. Be going over there for it, and I really love, like a big fan of Cardi B. I'm excited about Cardi B and everything. So I'm hoping for that. And then what else again? To end to if you have been what do you call it, not aware of what's going on, but it seems like if the talk show host job is on the slashing board throughout it's happening. Do you understand what I'm saying? Oh, I like Drake, that would be interesting. But is Drake a US citizen? I don't know. But what else am I gonna tell you about? Oh, the Sherry Shepherd show after 4 seasons has been slashed. I'm telling you. So it's going. I think it's going to play out and end. You know, I think they said it's in spring. Following close by is also the Jennifer Hudson show is also being chopped too, and then also what's her name? Is it Kelly Clarkson? I don't know whether it's Kelly Clarkson. That's her name, but her show also. I think she already announced that she will spend more time with her children, you know, because her ex-husband, you know, died of cancer. Her ex-husband was the stepson of Repo, you know, Repo. Yeah, is it Repo McIntyre? I can't remember. Yeah, something like that. But inside, I was like, oh my goodness, they need to bring Wendy back. Bring back Wendy. Bring back Wendy. Bring back Wendy. Wendy Williams. That's what we say. Some people were saying that that people should not feel sorry for Sherry Shepherd because Sherry Shepherd took Wendy Williams' show so well. It came back to bite her. You know, her show didn't last that long. Like to me, you know, like this season, when she started this season, what's his name? John Murray was removed from the show. So I feel like John Murray probably might be behind this, you know, behind getting Sherry fired from her show or whatever they call it, or you know. And then some people are saying that it's terrible that Kelly Clarkson got the opportunity to announce Sherry Shepherd. You know, she's been sick with a cold, so I think maybe Monday is going to be her first live show. She didn't get the opportunity to announce that her show is coming to an end. So like, that's not fair. That didn't give her an opportunity and everything, you know. And I was like, I felt like, to me, like recently Sherry Shepherd's energy was a little bit low. So I felt maybe she knew about that her season was, want to tell us, or she was just tired, because you know, I don't know, it seemed like her energy was a little bit low from things, I don't know. And then I wonder sometimes, what do you guys think that might have caused her to be, because they said the show was doing well, the rates really great, but I'm like, what happened? Why was the show slashed? I mean, we still have many seasons now. We also have Kelly and her husband, you know, show is still going on, and so many other shows are still going on. But you know, what they call it, Sherry Shepherd's show is being slashed. I feel bad for her because I'm like, girl, what are you gonna be doing? But I've noticed that she's been advertising for she's talking about this comedy show. She's going on a comedy tour. So I wonder if she knew about it, but she didn't want to tell me. You know what I'm saying? Because as I said, her energy has been kind of a little bit somehow recently. Because you know how it is that you cannot hide the truth from yourself. You know, you're going to feel it and you're going to have to express it out anyway. So, talking about Wendy Williams, well, it was sad to hear that her dad died. I think he died today. You know, so sad to hear that. And, you know, my heart goes out to Wendy. I love Wendy a lot. Wendy is one of the person that motivated me to become a journalist, you know, to host my own show, because I love the way Wendy did her show. She was fearless, she was bold, she was somebody that, you know, she could tell the story, and it was fantastic, you know. And I always root for her to come back, you know. I know she's doing fantastic now, and she's trying to get control of her life, and I really root for her to get better. We will love for Winnie's opinion. But why Winnie is not around, guess what? Who is around? Fabulous Adi, and I'm going to tell it as it is, as raw, as opinionated as it is, as unfiltered as it is. So don't forget to join me next Sunday for another juicy recap of all the Housewives show. It's going to be on. Yeah. And then also and also about the reunions. Don't forget, the reunion is coming out on the Real Housewives of Potomac. I'm going to tell you people how Wendy addresses what they call it, her recent arrest, and then what advice what's her name, had to say to her, you know what I'm saying, and so much more. And don't forget to join me with Married to Medicine. There's so many exciting things Married to Medicine. I cannot wait to see you guys back here next Sunday. As always, it's always a delight to have you people in my presence. Join me. I am excited. So don't be late. There's so much to talk about. Bye from now. Bye. Good night, everyone.